I think we played a little bit better in spurts tonight. We'll have some good clips to show. We really just needed to take a step, and I think we took that step.
Questions for the players. We'll start with Cora.
Janiah, I wanted to ask you about Deniya tonight. It looked like the most confident she's looked on the court. Just what have you been seeing in practice from her, and what do you think of her overall performance tonight?
I'm so proud of Deniya. You know what I'm saying? Like she's been really in her head about some certain things, but you know, as a freshman, you gotta give yourself grace, and I think she's been doing that, and then she's coming to practice and being the best version of herself, and it's translated out today. I'm just really excited for her, really happy for her. She's been crashing the rebounds, she made some shots, just playing really hard, just taking straight line drops to the basket, what we asked her to do, and she's been doing it. So really proud of Dee.
Go next to Ryan.
Deniya, just on the same note, why do you think, or how much more comfortable are you right now, I guess, than that first game against NC State?
I think leading up to this game, my coaching staff and teammates did a really good job, just instilling in me that I can do it, and just telling me that shake it off and just keep going. So I think that was really important to my confidence for today. Just coming in knowing I could make an impact, and Coach Kim really believes in me, and that really fueled me for today and going forward.
Good job.
Go next to Caleb.
Janiah, what do you feel like was different offensively tonight than y'all's first games?
That's a good question. Got me off guard. I would say offensively, I was just poised, just calmer. Just seeing what the defense gave me and reading it and just doing that. I mean, same with Coach Kim. I would say she's been believing in me. Same with my teammates. Practice has been really, really good. We've been stringing good days together, and so it just feels good to translate practice to the game.
Deniya, it looked like you looked really comfortable defensively as well, just either in the press, getting deflections, or just guarding one-on-one. Just how do you feel like you've grown in that area? Do you feel like you've maybe taken steps or feel more comfortable on that side?
Coach Kim has been really patient with me, especially in practice. She hasn't missed a point of correcting me, so I think that has helped me a lot. Just remembering what she said in practice, and just putting it into the game has helped me a lot.
Right.
For both of you guys, Kim talked the other day about in film studies kind of having to verbalize if you thought a shot was good or a possession was good. What do you remember about those film sets? How do you think that helped in the long run?
Yeah, it was a lot of possessions where it was like, that's a terrible shot. So I think we just needed that to see that and just be really transparent with ourselves. And then I feel like it helped in translating practice, translating to the game of just not forcing things. And I just think we're finally figuring out our offense and getting comfortable in it. And it's a lot of new freshmen, you have transfers. People that haven't been in the system, and we're finally just figuring it out, and it's starting to feel more comfortable.
I think just understanding how to play with each other, even finding windows because we have a lot of drivers and they seem to clog the paint a lot. So finding windows to get open shot attempts has been really big for us as well.
Right. Anything else? Anything else for the players? Up from the back.
Coach, this is obviously a much younger MTSU team than you saw this time last year in Knoxville. As they go ahead into the non-conference and into conference the rest of the season, where are some things and places that you think they can grow, and then some things that they did well tonight?
Yeah, I think that they were really physical. They were well coached. They run their sets extremely well. They are disciplined on the boards. They gave us a lot of trouble there, and I think it's a tough matchup, size-wise, height-wise. Different leagues, and with the way that college athletics is changing, the gap is just going to get bigger and bigger, but it's one of the best high major programs in the country for a reason, and they'll continue to do that.
There's no.
Sorry.
Let's let the play. Is this for the players or coach? Okay, let's let the players go first.
Have fun.
Goodbye. Love you. Oh, goodbye.
Say it back.
Love you. Bye.
There you go. Thanks.
Go ahead. Let's start.
Yeah, Coach, and just one more for you. Coach Insel touched on it a little bit, but this ongoing series between Tennessee and Middle Tennessee, how is that just helping grow the game of women's college basketball?
I think it's great for our state. I will say a lot about the fans here. That it's obviously somebody that's coming from a lower level. I really appreciate a fan base like this that shows up and shows out. And when you can play at maybe not Tennessee, but you're still playing in front of 8,000 people every night, I think that's remarkable. I think that's good for the game. I think that says so much about women's sports in the state of Tennessee, and it was a really cool environment to be in, and it was the first time we've traveled in this state where we haven't really had a home crowd, so that says a lot about this fan base.
Go next to Cora.
Kim, just about Deniya, she just looked so much more confident in what she was doing. What were those little things that maybe you were harping on her about, maybe defensively, offensively, that you saw really come out tonight?
Yeah, she's a great player. It takes time. I think that young people get so caught up in one game or two games. I mean, our overall body of work is tiny. And so it's going to take her some time. She's a great player. She did really put her head down and attack the rim, and we'll have some good clips to show her. I know her three is not where she wants it to be, but I think her hitting that first one maybe let her breathe a little bit, because I think the more and more she missed, the more she piled on herself, and she just needs to go out there and play free. And she was really big for us on both ends of the board. But what she does so much that I appreciate is she just goes and gets offensive rebounds. Yeah, and she doesn't pout, she doesn't complain if she doesn't touch it, and there's a lot of times she's open. If she doesn't touch it, she just goes and gets the offensive rebound for her teammates. And she's doing that as a freshman. And you can win with players that are selfless like that.
Right.
Alyssa was back on the bench. Just want to see if you had an update on her.
We're hoping that she'll return next game.
And then Jersey didn't play today. What was the reason?
She had
for that?
strep.
Caleb.
What did you see out of Janiah tonight that led to her good game?
She has had some good practices back to back to back to really build those up, and she made the right play. She didn't try to force it. She took what the game gave her, which I think is going to be the biggest thing for her, because it's going to give her a lot. She can score multiple ways, and so she didn't try to force it. She didn't make up her mind. She read the defense, and think just continuing to get that out of her and teaching her how to do that at game speed, she'll just continue to get better and better.
Is that half-court offense more what you envisioned, or is there still some ways to go in your mind?
I mean, it's going to look completely different once our threes start going in. And then people can't clog the paint. And then you can play the way we want to play. And we just have to be patient and know at some point they're going to fall.
Jada was still, productive tonight with, assists, rebounds. Only one field goal attempt. I know you wanted her to kind of slow down a little bit in some ways. Just how do you balance that with a freshman who, has flashed, what she can do offensively, but you're trying to kind of get it at a more controlled pace?
Yeah, I think you continue to teach her on film and show her, and have her slow down. It will click for her. We need her. She's a big piece of what we want to do, and we need her to get more shots. We need her to. She is kind of like Janiah. She can get anything, but she just needs to take what the game gets her, and once she can kind of figure out that flow, then she'll be better off for it. But I think a lot of her mistakes tonight were she was just trying to do it all at once.
You talked about this being an effort-based system. You feel like the energy and the effort was there, particularly earlier in the game, at least better than it was early in the season?
Our effort and energy is there when the ball's going in the hole. It was going in the hole early. So I do think we did a good job of maintaining that. I do hope that we learned that lesson once and we don't have to learn it again for a couple months. I think that our defense did fuel a lot of our offense tonight. Our press looked better. We were flying around.
We'll go to Tyler.
First week of practices that you've really had all season, was it a good week of practice, bad week of practice, anything that you wish you could have seen a little bit better?
Yeah, for us, I think it was a good week of practice. I think that we need to continue to work on our spacing. Our offense is not where it wants to be, but all I wanted in this game was to take a step. You can't do it all at once. You have to take a step in the right direction. I think we did.
Go to Cora.
Are there any other kind of markers in your mind of where they took a step, or it was a blowout, but just like this was a successful area for us?
I think that we shared the ball better to an extent. We wanted to get more assists. I don't know what we ended up with. I don't have a stat sheet. 14. And we wanted 16. 16 was our goal. 20 is usually our goal. 16 is usually what my teams normally average. So we wanted to get 16. We didn't quite get that. Had we shot a little bit better, we probably would have gotten the 20. Our offensive rebounds were good. I think we were close to 50% on that. So really just going to get those. Our pressure looked really good at times, which created some easy offense. And then we had fun, right? When everyone is contributing, you have multiple people that are scoring, and people are having fun, and their energy is better. And I think all of that was something that we needed.